independent record, and that's it. Like, so we're pretty much stuck with that as our press, and they've been known to fuck up a few of their stories.
Wait, is this? It's really one. This is a state website, and that's just not loading properly. Way to go, Oklahoma. Obviously, my taxes aren't going to IT support.
Yeah, probably not here either. All right, that's distracting. I'm going to pop chat out. There. Yeah, getting a second screen certainly helped. That way I can keep track of chat when people show up.
That's one of those things I'm going to have to invest in sooner or later, but I just don't have it right now.
Yeah, I was just looking for a computer screen, and I went to a pawn shop, like wondering if they just had monitors, and I found just a small little LED TV.
Oh yeah,
with an HDMI input, and I was like, "Yep, that's what I'm taking right there." So that way, I figure even if I don't use it as a second screen, I can use it as a TV. So either way, it works out. Let's see. Ballot language for legislative referendum LR 128. $6 million levy for the continued support of the Montana University system to the electorate. I have no idea what that means. Ask Montana voters to continue the existing $6 million levy to support public colleges and universities without voter approval. The $6 million levy, the current $6 million levy to support Montana's public colleges and universities will expire in Jan 2019. Pass this proposal will be effective on January 1st, 2019 and terminate January 2029.
Wait, what was this now?
This is a $6 million levy to keep colleges going, I guess.
$6 million?
No, it's let's see. According to the revenue estimates, the project annual revenue from the $6 million levy is $20,890,000 for the fiscal year of 2020, and estimated to grow to $23,620,000 by fiscal year 2023. Yeah, I have no idea what this means.
Oh, my dog's having separation withdrawal. I've got the door closed in my computer room.
Mill levy is the tax rate that is applied to the assessed value of a property. 1 mil is $1 per $1,000 of assessed value. It consists of local portion, which is used to fund area services, and statewide portion, which is used to fund public schools. All right. So it sounds like they want a chunk of taxes to go to college funding, which I guess Isn't that bad of a thing, I guess.
I don't know what are colleges like in Montana, because even down here they're starting to get kind of squirrely.
Well, there was they're getting kind of SJWE, at least the community colleges. But that's not really much of a shock. I guess a friend of mine was saying that they were doing this sort of kind of like religious debate type of thing. And one of the guys in the class, the one out of like, 15, 20 people, is a Muslim. And there's this like hardcore Christian guy who's like, oh, the Muslims are trying to kill us. And he's like, there are some Muslims who just want to be left the fuck alone. Like normal people.
Yeah, I mean, I would have no problem with those folks. But I mean, I had to take a sociology class when I was in college, and it was a social problems. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And it was over the summer I took it, so it was kind of truncated, and we didn't even have a book. It was all online research, which immediately I had a problem with. It's like, okay, how am I? How are we supposed to have a consistent dialogue when we don't even have the same sources? Like, oh well, you're supposed to learn from the sources they bring. They're supposed to learn from the sources you bring. It's like, all right, then what the fuck are you doing? You're the teacher.
Oh man.
I mean, this is some hippie kumbaya shit, and I'm not paying for it.
Oh, hello. Yeah, it's interesting when you find the word sexapalooza.
I'm sorry, what? This is going on in Montana?
Apparently one of the other legislative referendums, the 6 mil tax, reason to vote no on LR 128. Oh, reason to vote yes, reason to vote no. I see.
Oh, so it's kind of like, giving you an argument for and against.
Yeah. Let's see. Others may object to how HOWMUS spends these enormous sums. Those concerned about academic freedom may object that their tax dollars are used to discriminate against certain beliefs, e.g., conservative professors and students. Well, no shit. People of faith may object to such things as UM's attempted suppression of a Christian group while funding a sexapalooza. That kind of sounds like the college I want to go to.
I've been out of school for 10 years. That's the kind of college I want to go to, definitely, yeah. I mean, if I had one of those around here, I probably would have stayed in school. I'd be working my doctorate by now.
Yeah, but you don't want to go to a community college sexapalooza. That's not quite the gift bag you want, if it's anything compared to what I've seen. Mostly old people, I guess, if that's your thing.
No, I went to one. It was you had everything from high schoolers to retirees. So you really had to be careful who you was hitting on.
Yeah. Let's see. Constitutional Second Amendment self-defense advocates may object to ill-advised university policies which disarm innocent students, leaving them defenseless and advertising that defenselessness as an open invitation to some crazed, cowardly killer. Or as Betsy DeVos said, Bears.
I've actually got an independent and a libertarian running in my district this go around. That's cool.
Let's see. Argument against LR 128.
Of course, last time I voted for a libertarian just because I didn't want to vote for Trump or Clinton. So
I did vote Clinton. Primarily, oh, there's Jacob Jett. Let's see. Yeah, you missed the Sexapalooza.
Yeah, it was in Montana though, so you probably don't want to. Yeah,
I think it was in Missoula. They have.
Is that the one that has all the hippies? Definitely not. No.
That is actually, and it's really funny because they're not actual hippies.
So I mean, you just patchouli and shame is what it's going to smell like.
Pretty much. Patchouli, shame, and all that slight hint of weed.
No, that I've got no problem with. I can't understand. First of all, I don't know what the fuck patchouli is. Secondly, I don't know why anybody. I've smelled some, stuff that was, supposed to be scented like it. My God.
Patchouli oil.
If that's what hippies smelled like in the 60s and 70s, I don't know how they managed to get free love off the ground. Maybe that's why it was free. They couldn't get anybody to pay for it.
It's apparently a musky oil. Sounds gross to me. Let's see. Montana Ballot Interference Prevention Act.
Interference prevention, what?
Let's see. It's the Montana Ballot Interference Prevention Act.
Oh, ballot interference prevention. Okay.
The Montana Ballot Interference Prevention Act, prohibiting the collection of another individual's ballot, providing exceptions, requiring certain individuals who are authorized to collect ballots to provide certain information when delivering the ballot to a polling place or election administrator's office. So it sounds like you need someone specific to take a ballot from point A to point B. Which makes sense, I guess.
Ballot's not going to grow legs and walk itself. So,
let's see: acquaintance, caregiver, family member, or household member.
I'm assuming this is like aimed at like disabled folks
or elderly.
Yeah.
We can skip that one. It's violation of provisions is punishable by a $500 fine for each ballot. Four.
Oh, this guy actually has a campaign, Facebook, Twitter, and website. This other dude doesn't. Let's check out Richard Castaldo. I've never even heard of this dude. Let's see here.
Do you want to present?
I'm
Sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll hold off.
He's running on the Libertarian ticket.
And is he the one with the?
Yeah, this is the one with the website. I mean, I can put that in like the side chat if you want to take a look at it.
Yeah, I'll take a gander. Castaldo.
Yeah, the guy that's running independent, he doesn't have anything that I see linked to him. Twitter, Facebook, website, nothing. I guess he's just running on word of mouth.
Guess
Or maybe it's like a protest, like I'm gonna run just to say fuck you. Which, if that were the case, he'd have my vote.
born in Tulsa.
Yeah, everyone in District 2, which is what I'm in, they all focus on Tulsa because that's the big metropolitan area. I mean, it covers pretty much the whole eastern part of the state.
I gotta see if I can find this meme. Now that because we got Gianforte going again.
Oh, Congressman Body Slam.
Yeah. And I saw a meme and it's fucking hilarious. Okay, well this one's kind of funny.
Oh, this guy, he's a street pastor and political activist dedicated to serving people wherever I see the opportunity.
All right, I'm gonna share this one because it just happened to.
And we all know the Iron Sheik would never endorse a jabroni. So,
here we go.
Oh, I stopped watching that show after like season 3, and even I get those memes. I mean,
yeah. I mean, this is a really shitty job. So
it's.
I mean,
Well, considering I've never used Photoshop in my life, that's better than anything I could do at this particular moment.
well, my phone has like stuff where you can like cut out the face and everything.
Oh yeah,
and you can put stuff wherever. And I can do it way better than this. That's what you're not even trying.
my phone's a 4-year-old potato, so like that's why like if I'm watching on my phone like a stream, I don't ever share it out because as soon as I hit share, it pops me out of YouTube. It's like, okay, I'll hit like.
Oh, might get CNN to dox me, or this guy, whoever made it.
It's funny that they use Kane for that one too, considering he's running for mayor in, was it Nashville?
I think he was elected already.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing him winning his primary. I didn't know about him actually winning.
We'll check that later.
Yeah, after reading like 3 paragraphs of this dude's homepage, I'm thinking I'm going to vote for the dude who put 0 effort in.
Oh, here it is.
What's funny to me is that this actually kind of made our local news in Oklahoma because some journalist decided to ask Mark Wayne Mullin about it. He's our congressman. Which, I mean, I think the dude, he runs a family plumbing business. But apparently he has, quote unquote, I'm using the bunny ears, MMA experience. Like they never say what that experience is. Did you go to a gym and work out for a day? Did you actually compete like at the amateur level? But like he weighed in on Greg's body slam and whatnot.
No, he was elected. He's Mayor-elect Glenn Jacobs.
Hey.
Although it's really weird to see, it's weird to see him out of costume. Like going from like in.
It's weird to see him bald is what it is for me.
Yeah.
You know? Like I grew up with that dude having long hair and no face. So seeing him without a mask on and being bald is like, dude, what? Huh?
I think they kind of jumped the shark with that when they did that.
Well, didn't they do that? Didn't they do that for him being in a horror movie?
Yeah, the
I can't remember the name of it now. I never watched it, but
I watched it. It was shit.
That's what I was afraid of. That's why I didn't want to watch it. I was like, yeah, this doesn't seem like it's like top tier, getting the push that like John Cena got with like the Marine and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, that was
god awful too.
It was made by Twisted, so I mean, you don't expect much.
Wait, the rap group?
No,
the
ones that made Saw.
Oh, okay. I was like, if it was the rap group, I would explain why it was a shitty movie.
Yeah, Jacob. He said he thought you said anime experience.
Oh. Yes, apparently my congressman has a MMA experience.
It was See No Evil.
Oh, See No Evil. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of gotcha. Yeah, no, if Mark Wayne Mullin was a weeb, Jacob, I definitely wouldn't vote for him. Just on principle.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to find out that anyone I elected in is, binge watching Dragon Ball Super while at work.
Well, I mean, John McCain was playing video poker on his phone when he was, sitting on the, Senate floor. So,
well, I mean, that's.
I imagine, if you watching Dragon Ball Super couldn't be that much worse.
Although, if you see someone playing Galaga, I would probably be like, all right, that's balls. And my hashtag for this live stream is if it's actually on there, get out and vote, you assholes. Which I'm shocked that they let me put that up there.
Yeah, it's up there. Although I'm kind of in Monkey's camp. If you don't know what the fuck you're voting on, don't vote.
Yeah. Well, that's why I kind of wanted to, get at least a little research in instead of just at the last minute, going in and. Let's see.
It's not even showing like a. Oh no, there's for governor.
Yeah, he. Yeah, I watched most of it, and yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's no sense in voting for something when you're just like, yeah, I'll just go vote. Yeah. No, don't.
Well, I at this point, I'm thinking of just voting like Libertarian, just because I know they're not going to win. Protest vote. Personally, I want the option of voting none of the above. Because I think 9 times out of 10, none of the above is going to win.
If only they showed like everyone's write-ins and just be like, you all are assholes.
Oh, I mean, how many of those joke names do you think people could come up with for write-in ballots?
Oh, I mean, possibilities are endless for most people.
Well, yeah, I don't think most people know that you can actually write in. I think most people just think, oh, it's either vote for this guy or this guy. I don't think most people are creative enough to say, hey, why don't I just write in, icy wiener for governor?
Yeah, there was this video I saw on Facebook. It was a fake. It was a fake ad, and he's like, "Yeah, I can switch my name to whatever, icy wiener or blah blah blah, or fill up my mouth with farts." And so he starts off with like, I'm, regular name A. I can't remember. It was a while ago. And then he ends up being like, yeah, vote for fill up my mouth with farts.
I threw icy wiener there just because I was thinking about the first episode of Futurama for some reason.
Yeah, I can't hear icy wiener without thinking that first episode.
And then what was it? IP freely.
Yeah, Seymour Butts.
Those are good classic standbys.
The old Simpson. Back when Simpsons was good.
Oh yeah, most having. Yeah, is there Amanda hug and kiss there?
I'm looking for Amanda hug and kiss.
Oh man.
No one take that out of context, please.
Yeah, I didn't realize there were that many people running as libertarians in Oklahoma this time around. I didn't see anybody on the ballot in 2016 under the Libertarian Party. I can vote for 2 this time around.
Let's see. That's cigarette and tobacco products labels.
Vote no.
A person may not knowingly import into the state for sale or other distribution of any package of cigarettes, tobacco product that violates any federal trademark, copyright law, tax, warning labels, health hazard labels.
I would vote no just because it seems redundant. We're going to pass a law at the state level that says you can't violate federal law. That seems kind of dumb.
What's really funny is, how many people do this anyway? Like yeah.
Well, like I work at a convenience store, and I get all these people coming in bitching about the high prices of cigarettes. It's like, yeah, that's why you vote, moron. These people have been talking about raising taxes on smokes for a while now. You should have paid attention.
Yeah.
And this one guy came in the other night. He's like, yeah, my buddy, he can get like a pack of Marlboros for like $3 something up in Missouri. It's like, yeah, because they vote no on raising the taxes.
Or go to a reservation.
Well, I mean, even like my tribe, they just they don't have to pay like the sales tax, so you're saving like 5% of what you would be.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Let's see.
Nothing to sneeze at, but it's not, it's not enough to get me to drive all the way across town either. So.
Let's see. Cigarette tax, $1.70 in Montana. It's $1.03 in Oklahoma. Oh, this is in 2015 though.
Yeah, they raised it earlier this year, and then I heard they're thinking about raising it again at the end of the year.
But I know that they're planning on doing it here. It's actually one of the things on the initiative. They're gonna jack the price of cigarettes again, and it's gonna go towards like healthcare costs, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they. I think that's what they said with ours as well. Like it's going to go towards healthcare and uh, I think maybe also like keeping people from smoking. Like smoking cessation and whatnot. And their whole point is like if we raise the taxes, people will stop smoking. It's like no, you moron.
You
People
have
will go
like,
broke buying cigarettes and nothing else.
yeah.
Like this is Oklahoma, man. Like 1 in 4.
Most people will buy groceries before they buy cigarettes, or cigarettes before groceries.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like the store that I work at, like they'll pay cash for their cigarettes, and then they'll turn around and swipe a food stamp card for their.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. I work 40 hours a week, and I'm like, you realize that you pretty much are just that card is me paying for your fucking soda and your Twinkies. That's my money you're using, asshole.
According to this, sex. Yeah. Oh god damn it! Put an X in anywhere, and
that Sexapalooza really got to you, didn't it?
Well, and I think it's like just the way my brain will like process words. It just picks random letters, and it's like, this is your new word. Like it says sales tax handbook, and all I saw was the S in sale, the E in the end of sales, and then the X at the end of tax, and that's all I read. Sex tax handbook. There we go. Make prostitution legal. Yeah, according to this, the average pack of cigarettes here is $6.11. For Oklahoma, it's $6.12.
When I started smoking, it was like $4.
Where do you think it's highest?
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like $13 a pack or some crazy bullshit like that.
Average is $10.45.
Average. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to
remember going to Florida in 2009, and I was paying like $40 a carton, 10 packs, $40.
Yeah, Missouri is the cheapest.
And I went to Florida for spring break, and I ran out of cigarettes like on day 2 because I chain smoke when I drink.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend like that.
So I go down to the corner store from my hotel, and I buy a carton of cigarettes. I was like, I'm gonna be here for a week. I've already gone through what I had in 2 days, and it was like $55. It was edging close to 60. And I told that poor little Cuban woman, I was like, if we were in Oklahoma right now, people would fucking riot at these prices. And I should have kept my fucking mouth shut, dude, because as soon as I came back, they started raising taxes. I jinxed myself.
Yeah, Hawaii is $9.
Yeah, but Hawaii's expensive for everything, isn't it? They gotta get everything shipped in.
I've never been there.
I think they're under like the same under the same law as Puerto Rico, which is why everyone complains about everything being expensive in Puerto Rico. It's got to be shipped in on a U.S. flagged cargo ship.
Puerto Rico, place not found.
But if I'm not mistaken, that's the same situation with Hawaii. Everything's going to be shipped in on a U.S. cargo, a U.S. flagged ship, which means they got to pay U.S. prices.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah, like was it? I think it's like some ridiculously high percentage of the population, the adult population anyway, in Oklahoma uses tobacco in one form or another. And so their idea is like, yeah, we'll get people to quit smoking, we'll get people to quit dipping if we just raise the taxes on them. No, yeah, that's just dumb.
Yeah, my uncle's a pipe smoker.
My grandfather was. My dad, he chews, like the whole, like the loose leaf tobacco. He doesn't do like Copenhagen or anything like that. I think he does Levi Garrett.
Now I remember my uncle's tobacco smoke, and it was always kind of it was a really good smell.
Kind of sweet.
Yeah.
They really need a ballot initiative for optometrists to be able to work in a retail establishment. Yeah, sure, let them. Why not?
5A. Oh, that's A.
Yeah, I'm going through the state questions right now for Oklahoma.
Argument for initiative initiative 185. Tobacco kills.
That's the argument for?
Yeah, that's the first sentence in it.
Yeah, so does water if you drink too much of it. We're all going to die sooner or later, man.
Smoking is the #1 cause of preventable deaths. Yeah, I don't think so. Deer are the cause of fucking deaths. Well, I guess what would you consider a preventable death? Really? I mean,
pretty much everything but old age, right? I mean, congenital disease,
diabetes. Like, if you're taking care of stuff, yeah, I mean, you don't have to smoke, but
what was that Ed Byrne joke about smoking? He said, sure, smoking a cigarette takes 5 minutes off your life, but it takes me 10 minutes to smoke one, so it's a 5-minute net gain, I reckon.
Yeah. Let's see.
I just tell people, like, me not smoking is bad for your health. Just keep that in mind.
Here's one.
If you think I'm an asshole now, just wait until I'm going into nicotine withdrawal.
Oh yeah, like if nicotine withdrawal is anything like opiate withdrawal, like I wouldn't want that on anyone. Like,
well, like you always see opiate withdrawal in the movies. Then they're sweating and they're hallucinating and just all kinds of. But I've also heard from people who've actually done it. It's like it's kind of like having the flu for a couple weeks. I mean, it depends on.
I had sciatic damage in my spine.
Ooh.
And to the point where I couldn't stand. Like I have this bamboo sword that my stepson was getting rid of. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to keep that just in case. And yeah, I used that to walk around. It was so painful that I couldn't even like. It was a battle to even go to the bathroom.
Well, what I thought was crazy was there for a while I would go to the Indians for everything, everything from just primary care to dentistry. And I had a tooth pulled, and like they gave me like 30 hydrocodone.
30?
30. Like a full bottle.
Holy shit.
I was like, are you what? Like it was a tooth, man. I'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was like, I just won't, I just won't eat like a steak tonight. What the fuck is wrong with you people? It's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Are you trying to get me hooked?
Well, I remember like my one time my dad, this is completely unrelated, but my dad came to pick us up because we were going to, it was our weekend with him. And I had just gotten out of the dentist and they had a bunch of fillings put in on my left side of my face. And then he's like, yeah, we're going to go to this Chinese restaurant.
Was this back when they still used mercury or no?
Might have been. It was like 20-some years ago. And like I'm just trying to eat food and not bite my tongue without knowing that I actually bit it.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm just drooling. I'm chewing on one side and just drooling the food out on the other without like being able to feel it.
No, it always sucks like going to the Indians there for a while because they wouldn't the first few times I went they wouldn't numb me up properly, and so like I was feeling every scrape and whatnot,
Oh,
and then finally they realized like, oh no, like this kid we need to damn near knock him out. And so yeah, I looked like I had Bell's palsy whenever I would get out of the dentist. Just one side of my face was just drooping.
let's see. I-186 requires the DEQ to deny a permit for any hard rock mines in Montana unless the reclamation plan provides clear and convincing evidence that the mine will not require perpetual treatment of the water, polluted white acid mine drainage, and other containments. I guess that depends on. Oh, this is that they have this ad for like the Smith River. I think that's what this is about. There's a Smith River mine, and they got this guy's kid. There's this really special river. It's called the Smith River.
It's so special. Why they give it such a generic name?
It's some white guy, I guess. I don't know. No, I really despise using kids
Yeah.
for political stuff, unless it's something that directly involves kids, which I guess it kind of does. But I don't know.
Well, like I hate everything political involving kids. I remember I was in, what was it? Let's see, 2000. That would have been like fifth grade, fourth grade. My school had a mock election for Bush v. Gore. It's like, why would you ask fourth graders who they would vote for president?
Oh, that's funny. Like we had one for Bush v. Clinton. And I'm like, I think I'm like one of the only ones who voted Clinton. And my friends are like, what? Like we were out in recess. My friends like gathered around why the hell did you vote for Clinton? And I go, I'm like, have you seen him? I've seen him on TV and he can play the sax.
Oh yeah, like I had the same situation. Like one of my buddies came up to me. He's like, "Who are you voting for in this thing?" I was like, "I don't know, probably Gore." Why would you vote for Gore? He's already the vice president. I imagine he'd probably do a good job. Yeah, Yeah. And he's like, he's for partial birth abortion. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, I didn't even know what abortion was in the fourth grade.
Yeah.
He's like, that's where like they kill a baby, when the woman's pregnant with it. I was like, okay. It's like, so I shouldn't vote for Gore because of that? He's like, no, you shouldn't. Why would you want to vote? I was like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm already fucking here. I don't care about abortion.
I'm gonna tell my my son. Same thing happened with Obama and McCain. Yeah, that was. I did a kind of like with my friends and I did a sort of like how most people have like for like the NFL season, they'll have the list of the schedule, the week's games, and then you circle who wins. And then whoever has the most at the end of the season wins a pool. And I had set up something like that only with the 2008 election with Obama and McCain. And what's really fucking hilarious is they no longer want to do anything with that again because I won it. Because I guessed exactly who was going to win. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you probably voted Obama," and I'm just like, I didn't vote for either of them actually. I just knew he was gonna.
See,
Because
I wish I had had that. I wish I had had that kind of outlook for those elections, because like that was the first election I was able to vote in, and like at that point in time, I was like, I take this real serious. Gotta vote for one of these two assholes. And I was like, man, McCain's old as fuck, and he picked Sarah Palin. It's like I don't want that bitch being one heartbeat from the presidency.
I'm just like, yeah.
So I voted Obama.
He wins, I'm like, if McCain wins, he's gonna die. I can guarantee it. McCain or Palin's probably gonna have him offed, just so she can be like, yeah, here we go.
He probably would have died just of shock, from winning.
Or brain cancer, for fuck's sake. Did you watch Razor Fist's video on McCain?
Which one? The one he did like after he died, or the one he did like a year or two ago?
Yeah, the one he did after he died.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, because I mean, like, that's
it's been a while now, but
that's messed up to have that kind of condition and still be,
yeah, that I was like, man, if I had brain cancer, the last thing I would want to do is like be a senator.
Yeah.
I would want to, I want to start kicking off all the things on that bucket list. All the stuff that you couldn't do as a public official. Just say, just talk all the mad shit you wanted to about all your political opponents. Which I guess he kind of did that anyway, still being a senator.
Yeah, I don't know, like that. I think it was mainly just to stall people, I'm sure. It seems like all this stuff is just ploys for other. No one does this political stuff to actually help people. It's just to let my team win.
Yeah, best case scenario, they're doing it just to suck their own dick. Worst case scenario, it's something nefarious.
Ballotpedia. I don't know if I should go there.
That's actually where I found like the that dude's website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, try that.
Like they link to these people's websites, their Twitter accounts, their campaign Facebooks and whatnot, if they have one to link to.
Let's see. Oh, my goodness! Look at this guy.
Who we got?
He's a libertarian. He looks like he belongs in Red Dead Redemption.
So he's definitely not going to win, and he's dressed up like it's the Old West. I like him already.
Let's see. I'll do a quick share real quick.
Now, if he could meme himself as Doc Holliday saying, "I'll be your Huckleberry," like that's definitely the dude you should vote for.
If you're gonna do it, you go all out.
Exactly.
I'm in it to win it, motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah, this guy's not even setting foot.
That looks like somebody's granddad who tells the same story about being at Woodstock over and over again.
I met Willie Nelson on several different occasions.
I remember when a dime bag used to cost a dime.
and Matt Rosendale. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Rosendale won because of the fact that Gianforte won. God damn it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Donald Trump is our president, dude. All bets are off.
Yeah. And then we got Gianforte and then Kathleen Williams. She's the Democrat that's running against. And she
I mean, how guys like Nate Silver can sit there with a straight face and try and prognosticate who's going to win an election after Trump, I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Randic Monkey said, he nailed it with the second
2012.
Yeah, with Obama.
Well, I mean, Romney didn't do himself any favors in that election. I mean, the binders full of women comment, the 47% video, the story of strapping his dog to the roof, driving across country, a la Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
And I remember one quote from Jon Stewart sticks out to me about Mitt Romney. He seems like the kind of dude who wears a suit underneath his jeans,
Yeah.
Like the guy, standing in line, holding his ticket at the deli, like, hey, it's my turn. But then after he lost, you go back and he actually was sitting there saying, like, yeah, Russia's probably our biggest threat. And Obama laughed him off about that. And it's like, now everyone's my Russia.
Well, and it's like I was talking to a friend of mine and he brought up a bunch of like bullshit, Russia things. And then it's like for every straw man, there's at least one person who like proves the straw man. And it's like, God damn it. Get that guy to shut the hell up.
And then, of course, what they called it Romneycare. That didn't help him either.
Well, and Romneycare was just a mirror image of Obamacare.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's they ran that 2012 election. So it's like, well, we pretty much modeled it off of Massachusetts healthcare. So, how are you going to argue against that, Mitt? And the fact that he goes by Mitt, it's like his name's Willard. Go by Will Romney. That
sounds better than Mitt.
Fuck yeah, it does. And then you find out he's got like crazy Mormon relatives living in Mexico fighting the cartels. Like that's like back when I remember hearing about that back when Vice was still semi-serious. Like they went down there to like one of the Romney compounds in Mexico. They're walking around with like, AK-47s and shit.
Nice.
All because they really wanted to keep that polygamy going after it got outlawed in the U.S. My biggest thing with Romney was like I couldn't vote for him purely because he was Mormon. It's like I can't vote for anybody to be president of the United States that believes in magic underwear. Call me a bigot all you want.
Magic underwear, if the shoe fit, and your own planet.
Yeah. And the baptizing dead people.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
So not only are you going to take this dead person who wanted nothing to do with your cult, but you're going to baptize them and then give them their own planet somewhere out in the universe. And what if it was like a Hindu who believed in like reincarnation or some shit, and like they're on that last go around before they reach nirvana, and then you pull them off to the middle of Omicron Persei 8.
Leader.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm on a Futurama kick today. Have to go back and watch that sometime.
It's like I relish in the day that actually becomes a thing. Like
But Omicron Persei 8 or
when Earth becomes a Futurama planet, like
I
it's
don't think we're gonna make it that far, dude. I don't have that much hope for humanity.
well,
I
I'm pretty
I think we're about to sunset ourselves here shortly.
well. I mean, even they had a couple destructions before they rebuilt themselves.
Yeah, that's true. I get the feeling it's gonna be more like a Mike Judge's Idiocracy than it will be Futurama.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's going to be a mixture of the professional wrestler and Cheeseburger Eddie from Longest Yard.
Oh, we've got a libertarian running for governor. Okay.
Well, yeah, and like I really love these people that are complaining that they don't have enough women in this stuff. And I'm like, looks like I sent that super chat to Monkey, and I'm like, even Alexandria Ocasio Cortez's crazy ass made it. Like, what the hell's their problem?
Yeah. Well, like our first female governor is leaving office due to term limits. You know, she got 2 terms. And like, at first everyone's like, "Oh yeah, first female governor, cool, progressive." And then everyone's like, "This bitch sucks." Like, I don't know how she got a second term. I mean, I guess the Democrat last time around was just that bad. I don't even remember who she ran against last time. Now that I think of it, I mean, election seasons are getting to be like Christmas. It's just starting to blend together. One is creeping into the next.
You walk into the store and all of a sudden you're like, like,
That's the reason why I'm glad that I live so close to my job. I don't have to drive. I can walk because like even our classic rock station here in town is starting, like they play Christmas music way before Christmas.
like really the only thing that I can tolerate as far as Christmas music goes is Bad Religion's Christmas music album.
Well, I mean, like,
Like, and that's
I don't want to hear Bono and U2 playing, Silent Night or, what have you.
yeah,
Like I really don't. I mean, I don't really want to listen to U2 period, but I definitely don't want to hear him singing fucking Christmas songs. But it's the same thing every year. Like it just it creeps closer and closer and closer. Like I've seen people online already saying Merry Christmas. We haven't even had fucking Thanksgiving yet.
yeah,
Like we're 1 week in. We're not even the full week into November.
yeah. It's uh, yeah. I posted a meme onto Facebook with a rabbit holding a machine gun. Is the first one sends a Christmas post is gonna get it.
I think I saw someone post that one on Twitter too. Yeah. Uh, no, like a SDA, put up November 1st. She's like, "Merry Christmas, everybody," and she had like a GIF of Carlton, dancing.
Yeah,
Scab Talk gets on. It's like, "Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, SDA." And I'm just like, too soon.
yeah.
You guys,
That's
are
why
getting out of hand.
I posted. Oh yeah, the one cat dressed up as Santa, and he's getting punched by the other cat.
I get the feeling that at some point in the near future, it's just gonna be like 2 seasons. You're gonna have Christmas and Black Friday.
Yeah, yeah. The store I'm working at, it's Black November.
Yeah, because like we started getting like the holiday uh, candies already. Like we were getting like candy cane, those candy cane Hershey bars, like literally November 1st. It's like, dude, we haven't even sold like the Snickers pumpkins yet. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's when you know when you're walking through the store and you can see the is it that peppermint bark coffee creamer. You know you've hit the season.
What is this? Marcy's Law. What's going on here? Marcy's Law, crime victim rights.
Oh, I think that was the one. Yeah, it didn't pass here. It's something has to do with sex assault victims.
The right to be notified about and present at proceedings. The right to be heard at proceedings involving release, plea, sentencing, disposition, or parole of the accused. The right to have the safety of the victim and victim's family considered when making bail or releases. Is none of this shit already covered in criminal law? Really?
Apparently not.
This seems like no-brainer stuff. The right
Yeah.
to be protected from the accused. That seems kind of squirrely. The right to be protected from the accused.
Well, and it's not even necessarily the accused. Like there's it's people who have actually been found guilty of it, and then they're up for parole. They're supposed to be like, okay, well, this is happening. We just want you to know so that you can speak against either for or against this guy.
Murdered by her ex-boyfriend in 1983. A week later, brother and mother encountered the ex-boyfriend at a grocery store after he was released on bail. They were unaware of his release. In 2009, he founded Marcy's Law for All. Okay. I don't know. That seems kind of squirrely to me. This seems like a lot of that stuff would be, or should be anyway, already covered.
Yeah, wasn't the gal like? There's some gal was murdered by.
Yeah. That's what the background that it's given on this ballotpedia is. The effort to institute Marcy's Law across the U.S. has been primarily backed by Henry Nichols, co-founder of Broadcom Corporation. Henry's sister, Marcy Lee, Marcy for short, Nichols, was murdered by her ex-boyfriend in 1983. A week later, Henry and his mother encountered Marcy's ex-boyfriend at a grocery store after he was released on bail. Henry and his mother were unaware of his release. So, I mean, are we talking just murder victims, murder and sex crimes? We're talking, assault, all of the above,
Said,
or just be like domestic violence kind of thing.
I'm Sid. I'm Sid says they added a restitution clause in Marcy's Law.
Right. Yeah. That's it goes over those. The right to be notified about and present for proceedings, to be heard at the proceedings, right to be notified about release or escape of the accused, right to refuse an interview or deposition at the request of the accused. Well, that seems like that would violate the accused person's was it Sixth Amendment right? I could just hear Prospero screaming at me if she could hear this right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think there should be at least be notification.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of this seems like common sense stuff that should have already been.
Yeah.
But like the two that kind of caught my attention were the right to be protected from the accused and the right to refuse an interview or deposition. Now, I can understand why they would, want to put those in there. They may think that, this interview or deposition is only to harass the, victim. But at the same time, that does kind of seem like it would go to due process if they're, yeah. But then again, like interview or deposition, that seems like that would be like in a civil proceeding, like if they were going to receive restitution.
Yeah. Yeah. I lost where I was at. Yeah, I think actually we voted it down here, which I thought was odd. It was only civil courts. Former is law, you could legally sue damages if you are the victim. Now you can take them for what they're worth.
Yeah, other than those two, which the first one was the right of optometrists and opticians to practice in retail establishments. And there's Marcy's law, governor and lieutenant governor joint ticket amendment. Amend the Constitution to provide for the governor and lieutenant governor to be elected together on one ticket starting in 2026. No vote opposes measure, thereby leaving the governor and lieutenant governor each to be elected separately with separate campaign. I'm going to vote no on that one. I don't like the idea of, a governor and lieutenant governor or, even president and vice president running on the same ticket. I mean, you know how that worked out originally, right?
No.
You'd have, multiple people running for president. The person who got the most votes became president. The person who got the second most votes became vice president.
Oh, yeah, that's no. Ain't no way.
I say leave the leave vice president, like open or whatever, and like, figure out who's going to be president, then let them pick. I mean, the idea is that he's only going to do anything, if there's a tie in the Senate or if the president dies, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, where are my other parts? Ballot measures. This seems kind of light on the info here. Seems like there's like, okay, 2 ballot measures, 4 ballot measures. Oh, here we are. Not, what do you mean not on the ballot? Oh, okay, never mind. They were going to pass them, but they didn't. Constitutional definition of person. Intrigue.
Oh, this is weird. This ballot, this was state question 800. Oil and Gas Development Tax Revenue Investment Fund Amendment. A yes vote supports amending the state constitution to establish a fund for the investment of 5% of the state's oil and gas development tax revenue and for the annual transfer of 4% of the fund's capital to the general fund. That's retarded.
Yes.
We're going to take 5% of the revenue that we're already getting, and we're going to set it aside and let the state treasurer invest it how they see fit. and then every year we're going to take 4% of what they've invested, capital, and we're just going to switch it over to the general fund ledger. Why not just take the 5% and just put it in the general fund if that's the case?
Well, because they need to gamble it.
Of course, but instead of just taking it to one of the local Indian casinos, they're going to take it to Wall Street.
Yeah, because
nobody gets fucked over on Wall Street.
How are you guys doing in the midterms? I'm in the UK, so outside looking in, it's good, but it's going to be fun to watch. Yes, it actually will, because if it doesn't go the way the hard left wants it to, it's going to be better than that gal screaming no for the next presidential election.
How many Facebook groups do you think would organize to scream at the sky if they don't take the House?
It'll be nationwide. There's no way in hell. It's like you will be outside. It'll be like the scene in those shows where everything's zooming out and you just see like wildlife just looking around like, who the fuck said that?
Sid, what I think is really funny with the whole Antifa thing is that I don't know if you're aware of Bill Hicks, but he was an American comedian who went virtually unknown in our country, but actually made it pretty big in the UK in the early 90s. He had a bit about hooligans and ruffians in the UK, how you guys don't have crime like we have crime. And his big joke was about, hooligans knocking over dustbins in Shaftesbury. And now we have Antifa literally beating up trash cans all over the country. So maybe one of your comedians should make a joke about how we don't have crime like you have crime now. Hicks was one of those guys. I wonder what they would have been like if they'd lived. Because I remember hearing him for the first time, and he was talking about the Iraq War, and I thought it was like a new album in like 2006. Oh. And this stream might come to a close fairly quickly, it looks like. Unless Johnny can get his computer back up and running. See if I can fill some dead air here while Johnny tries to get back up and going. Oh, let's see. And Johnny has dropped back out. Maybe he's rebooting. Yeah, Sid, we get the jazz hands too. I think they do finger snaps. Like it's the Addams Family. Yeah, it's either finger snaps or jazz hands, or I don't know. Maybe they blink in Morse code these days. I don't. It's hard to keep track of what the college kids are doing. Yeah. I got a job, so I don't. Exactly, Johnny. Fucking finger snaps. I wonder how long it'll be before those are problematic. Let's check out Twitter. See what's going on there. We're less than a day away from the midterms that everyone says is the most important election of our lives. Let's see if anybody's talking about it. There's another Gab post on Twitter. Joe Rogan live streaming. Check that out later. Somebody liked a Sticks video. Good for him. He always puts those videos out like rapid fire. Like I'll end up having 3 or 4 Sticks videos pop up right after I get off work every morning. Yeah, every election is the most important election of our lives. But it makes me wonder, what's the least important election that we've had? I wonder if anybody can answer that one. I mean, we'd have to go back, before 1860 at this point, wouldn't we? Hey, finger snaps. It's not right. It's against those who don't have fingers. You big. I heard that in like a Valley Girl accent in my head. I just heard full on Moon Unit Zappa when I read that. And I'm really starting to understand. Yeah, well, it worked. It worked, Sid. I'm starting to understand why I don't see very many people streaming solo. I feel like a crazy person sitting here talking to myself. So, Sid, since you're in the UK, why don't you try and explain UK politics to us Yanks? I've listened to Irate Bear talk about UK politics before, and I'm pretty sure you guys are making some of that shit up, right? Like, do you guys really have a pirate party? Because if you guys have a queen and pirates, I'm calling shenanigans. Wait for this delay on chat.